Hello, students. Welcome to Ask Prep. My name is Sakshi, and we are talking about the diversity of living organisms, Chapter 1, Class 11. Right? We have spoken about the classification, the nomenclature, and taxonomy. Now we will talk about the various categories in which the organisms are divided. Right? So, हमने पहले बात की थी about the general and the specific ones. So, we are going to start with the specific ones कि पर्टिकुलर स्पीशीज के अंदर जो ऑर्गेनिज्म होते हैं वो किस टाइप के होते हैं. लाइक हियर वी हैव टेकन द एग्जांपल ऑफ द कैट्स ऑफ द वर्ल्ड. So there are different animals that fall in this category. But when we are talking about a species, that means we are talking about just the lions, right? Only lions, they fall under one species. Only the tigers, they fall under another species, right? So the group of closely resembling organisms which are capable of reproducing more of their own kind, right? Like mating male and female of only lions, right? They produce the cubs of the lion itself, right? So that means this is a specific species we are talking about here, right? सो जैसे इसके अंदर अदर भी कैटेगरीज आती हैं लाइक लेपर्ड है, चीतास हैं, टाइगर्स हैं, पैंथर्स हैं एंड सो ऑन, राइट? बट व्हेन वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट a species, that means if I say I want to talk about only the tigers, right? So tiger is a one species that come from the family cats family, which has so many different type of species in it, right? When we are categorically talking about tiger, that means we are talking about just one species, right? I hope this is clear to you. So genus is a group of closely related species, right? So species which are in one genus, they are more closely related to each other than the species in other genus. Like we are taking the example of these cats, right? These are the cats families, and cheetah, leopard, tiger, panther, lion, they all show similar characteristics, right? So if you have to compare a cheetah with a bear, right? So it falls in a different genus. So cheetah and a bear, they do not show similar characteristic as much as cheetah shows to the leopard or to the tiger, right? So cheetah and leopard and tiger, they fall in the same genus. So that is why they are closely related. And if we compare cheetah to a bear, which is a completely different genus, so we see less similarities between them, right? Now we come to the family. Family is a group of related genera which still less number of similarities as compared to genus and species. ठीक है. So इसके अंदर भी we have taken the same example of the cats कि these all fall under the same family, that is a cat family, right? But इनके अंदर जो similarities हैं, that we've taken, let's take the example once again. The family of the bears is completely different from that of these cats, right? So the genera in one family are more closely related to each other than the genera of other families, right? So let's change the example over here, the order, right? Here we have taken the example of the bear, right? If we have categorically speaking about the Himalayan bear, so the species over here is the Himalayan bear. But there are other bears also like the polar bear, the brown bears, so they fall in the same genus. But when it comes to the family, the panda also fall in the same category, right? So now in order is a carnivora. Carnivora means all these animals that are carnivorous in nature. They come under this category. But it is not possible that the lion is also carnivorous, right? The wolf is also carnivorous. But do they show the similar characteristics? No, right? So as farther you go in the hierarchy, the similarities in the characteristic, they reduce, right? So in order also, like the carnivora is the order, so that means there are a whole lot of animals that fall in this category, those who are carnivores, right? But it doesn't mean that they will show similarities. Most similarities are seen when we are talking about a specific animal, right? A specific species, right? As we go further, the similarities decreases, right? So family in one order are more closely related to other than the families in other. Like if we compare this order, right? Carnivore and non-carnivores, the herbivores, right? So they are completely different, right? The order is completely different. Their eating habit is totally different, right? Now we come to the class. Class is the mammalia. So there are other classes also. That means the aves, the reptiles, the amphibians, and Pisces. So this taxonomical order make us to place an animal in in the category according to the class. Ki is the animal having wings? Is it able to fly? That means if it is able to fly, if it has wings, if it has beak, then we put it in the category of aves, right? Is the animal able to survive in both land and water? That means it will fall in the category of amphibians, right? And of course, there are many more characteristics that are seen. So likewise, this is the class, and different classes fall under the this category, right? So phylum help us to identify whether the specific organism has a notochord or not, whether it is a chordate or not. Because eating habits we will see later. सबसे पहले the animal that we are talking about is the vertebral column present there, right? And then we will divide them accordingly, right? So this is about the phylum. The phylum word is used for the animals. When we are talking about the plants, then we use the term division, right? Now kingdom is grossly dividing the organism into the major two categories, that is the plant and the animal, right? So there are two kingdoms classification, which is the plantae and the animalia, right? So plantae के अंदर the first the next category subcategory is the division, and in animals the next category is the phylum, right? We have discussed about it. Okay, here we can see the classification clearly, taxonomic categories. In plants kingdom के बाद division है, then class है, the order, family, genus and species. In case of animal, division की जगह phylum use होता है, rest all remains the same, right? It is something like if you have to tell somebody about your address. So first of all, you will tell which continent you live in, right? Then you come down to the country, okay? Then you come down to the state of the country, then the city of the country. City further has sectors or the areas divided, right? Suppose sector A, B, C, D, so on, right? And then the house number. So then that becomes from the very, very general, okay, living in the continent. Which continent do you live in? I live in Asia. Okay, then it come down to, okay, which country in Asia? Then you come to India. Then which country in India, which state in India? Then you further divide it, and so on and on and on. And then from the general, we come down to very, very specific that will help to pin you down to your address, right? So likewise, these organisms are also divided from very general to very, very specific, right? Are you understanding? Okay. So taxonomical aids, collection of specimen of plants and animal species, that is essential. ठीक है, अब collection है plants और animals की, that can be done in two ways. ठीक है, एक तो जो already living है, आप उन्हीं को preserve कर लो. एक जो है जो are not readily available, those who are extinct, और कैसे थे वो, उनको कैसे preserve करना है. So there are two ways to preserve these specimens, right? And where are all these preserved? In these manners, like the herbarium, botanical garden, museum, and zoological parks. Okay, herbarium. क्या होते हैं herbarium? It is the collection of plant sample preserved for long-term study, usually in the form of dried and pressed plant mounted on the paper. Right, as we can see it in the picture over here. इसमें क्या करते हैं? You take the plants and dry that so that उसमें मॉइस्चर नहीं रहे, एंड दैट कैन बी प्रिजर्व फॉर लॉन्गर पीरियड ऑफ टाइम. अगर मॉइस्चर होगा तो क्या हो जाएगा? इट विल गेट स्पॉइल्ड, राइट? मोल्ड उस पे आना शुरू हो जाएगा, फंगस लग जाएगी, एंड द सैंपल विल बी डिस्ट्रॉयड, राइट? सो दैट इज वाई इसको ड्राई करना, इसमें से मॉइस्चर निकालना इज वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, so that we can conserve it and preserve it for a longer period of time for the further studies, right? Biological botanical gardens आपने देखे होंगे. These are the cultivation of the plants of specific species जिनको research में educational purpose से conserve और display किया जाता है. So these botanical gardens are open for the public also. So आप जाके वहां पे explore कर सकते हो the huge variety of the plants that are grown there and their benefits and their you get to study more about these plants, right, in the botanical gardens. So now museum में क्या होता है? आप गए होगे जरूर, आई एम प्रीटी श्योर, कि क्या किया जाता है? as shown in the picture over here, the dead remains, the fossil remains of these animals that have been excavated over the period of time are displayed, so that जो हमारे अंदर क्यूरियोसिटी है, ओके एट वन पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम डायनासोर्स वर प्रेजेंट एंड वी वांट टू नो मोर अबाउट इट, वो कैसे दिखते थे, सो वी कैन गो टू अ म्यूजियम एंड गेट टू नो अबाउट इट, right? The fossil remains are kept there for study and display for the public, right? Not only dinosaur, the other extinct species also, that are whatever they have preserved, where they have excavated from the remains, it is tried to preserve it and for the display and for the public viewing as well, right? जूलॉजिकल गार्डन्स तो आई एम श्योर आपने छोटे से बचपन से ही देखे होंगे कि क्या होते हैं जूलॉजिकल गार्डन्स. Even those species which are not native that are brought and kept in there and try to give them the natural habitat so that they live and flourish over there, right? In cases of any hurt animals also, they are also brought there and taken care of by the zoo authorities, right? So I hope this chapter was clear to you. We have done about the taxonomy, which is a very important part in this chapter, and about the nomenclature and about the classification, right? So any doubts and queries, please reach out to us and let us know. Thank you.